Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your mid-September 2017 tarot card reading. So this is your reading for roughly September 15th through September 30th. Of course, I'm doing this reading on the 10th, so I probably will pick up on some present energy as well as the next couple of weeks. So let's just dive right in. I've meditated on your sign and I drew an animal card, and the animal card you guys have for the next few weeks is the zebra. The zebra. So I'm going to read from the book because you guys like that. And this again, we want to keep this in mind as an overarching thematic energy as we move through the rest of the cards. This is just something to keep in mind, like an umbrella energy, a theme, something to keep in mind for the rest of the reading. Zebra, eccentric, creative, visionary. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality is not only a delight, but it also opens our minds. Be prepared, their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. When in balance, worldly, enthusiastic, fashion-forward. When out of balance, jaded, pouty, vain. To bring into balance, an epic adventure. So, first of all, I think I just want to come right out and say that oftentimes I'll just almost, affectionately call zebra, I'll say Libra zebra. Because this card reminds me so much of, it has such a strong Libran energy to me. So do check out your sun, moon, or rising if you might have Libra in there, or there's a Libra presence in your life. But if not, it's just sort of that Libran archetype in many ways of sort of this you're exuding this colorfulness and this it's almost this aesthetic expression of who you truly are, of your authentic self. So there is sort of this on the outside, you're expressing yourself that is aligned with who you are on the inside as well. And oftentimes with this card, we can also find a focus on, a bit more focus on the aesthetics, on art, on what we're creating in the material world. And I'm also strongly getting with this for you, movement. And when I was meditating on your sign, there were a couple things that came up. I've already shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle a few more times. There was this gentleness, this softness. It felt quite allowing, actually, energetically. And I felt that there was this, when I was shuffling there, the Eight of Cups popped out. And I got this hit of this sense of releasing past disappointments. So over the next few weeks, it looks like there's this very natural releasing of, and I just heard shedding some tears, but it feels healing, healthy, and cathartic. And also for some of you, it's almost like it's that last little bit. It's something, perhaps a hurt that came around a long time ago that you've slowly been healing from. And it almost feels like this is like the last few bits of it. Also, there was this Four of Pentacles energy as well, this tightening of your belt in relation to your resources. And I felt like it was, for many of you, with the intention of allotting those funds to some sort of to looking to pull those funds into some sort of investment. And I almost wanted to say investment property, but it feels like an investment of some kind. I also heard looking for material expansion, future investment. And with the zebra, also this theme of a visionary. So there is this looking forward and having a vision that is propelling you forward. For some of you, it's almost creating a vision to propel you forward, to ignite your ambition. I just heard. Taurus and rising. There we go. Alrighty. Here we go. There's that Eight of Cups that just popped up again for you. Wonderful. Okay. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups. We have the Father of Cups reversed, Scorpio's card. We have the Seven of Pentacles right next to the Eight of Cups, next to the Empress, the Three. So there's something about number 3 here that's coming up strongly. Next to the Daughter of Pentacles reversed. Then crossing the Father of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Crossing the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Crossing the Eight of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords. Crossing the Empress, we have the Mother of Swords. And crossing the Daughter of Pentacles reversed, we have the Daughter of Wands. So there is, first of all, and then we have, so we have the Death card reversed. We have the Ace of Wands right in the middle of our spread. And then we have, moving forward into October here, we have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles reversed together. They came up together. So I will say with this Daughter of, there does feel like there is this this becoming of something else, of someone else. So there is this, it's almost like there is this, I'm noticing with the Daughter of Pentacles, there's focus on one thing. It's almost this focus shift. So there's this, it's almost like there's the Wands fire energy that action forward. So it's almost as though there was more strategizing happening, or sort of a bit more like you were keeping a secure, safe, steady routine. I just heard just keeping your distance almost, actually. But then now it's this, this feels like there is this offensive energy that is coming in a big way around around your ambitions. So there's this taking action, these action steps forward. Where this felt a bit more like in the past here, you were on more of the defensive. How can I collect things for myself to secure myself? How can I, it was about sort of securing yourself and finding that security. And now it's more going and there's this outreach, there's this action forward. So this taking action in a new way, which is exciting. And with the Ace of Wands, this is an opportunity, an offering, a gift. I just heard seize the moment. So this feels like a very, very blaring. You can see it. I just heard it's loud. This opportunity that you're being asked to seize the moment, to go for it. New job, I just heard, actually, for some of you. And I'm feeling with the Death card here that this is a change. There's been, it's about inviting the change in. So you're really just kind of inviting this change in, which may feel challenging, but this feels to me as it's saying the key to fully being able to sort of accept this is to embrace the change. And that sort of tightening your grip even on both on finances, that energy, but also there's this with the Death card here. I am sort of feeling the need to urge you to tighten your grip on needing to allow for mystery, allow for the mystery of this, to embrace it, because you feel so supported and so taken care of. So seize the day, seize this moment, seize this opportunity is what I'm hearing. So with this, the Nine of Wands here, and then the Two of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Cups. With the Nine of Wands, we can often feel overburdened. And it's this feeling that there has been this natural progression, this natural climb, I'm hearing. But it's as though there was this climbing, this progression that's been happening in an area or energy put towards something that ultimately the end of the road doesn't look as fulfilling as you would like for it to look. So there's this sense of asking yourself those questions of, well, what would be fulfilling? What do I want to see at the end of the road that I'm working at? Where is that? There's this sort of, there's this with this and the Seven of Cups as well. There's this sort of clarifying of saying, what do I want to set my sights on that really will inspire me? That really will motivate me forward? What do I really want to go for here? And it's just with this, at the Seven of Cups, there is sort of looking at all the options. But it also speaks to perspective. Because we have the sun on this one side, and everything is light, and these mountains, and then it's nighttime on the other side. So the Seven of Cups asks us to really work with our perspective and how we're seeing things and take charge from that place. So this is sort of this, and this, the way this looks is again, sort of looks similar to that, to how I use the animal cards, is this overarching approach approach to this energy. So this is really, I want to encourage you to take action, absolutely. But this is to allow yourself to move through this period without feeling overburdened. And there is this coming out of a period of perhaps working at something that you don't truly care about, and that's also the tightening of the belt. It's not just financial; it could be just resources in general, which is your energy, where you're putting your time. And so there is this kind of evaluation of feeling overburdened with things that you really don't care about, and facing that, and deciding and deciding sort of how you can shift where you're putting your time and energy, and start putting it towards something that you feel will be more fulfilling for you. So the Father of Cups reversed, crossed by the Two of Pentacles. Again, Scorpio's card. So Scorpio, that it might be a Scorpio in your life. And it's and with the Two of Pentacles, so I do feel that this is a character for you in the spread. There's this like a presence that could be emotionally draining, and emotionally taxing. And this is sort of again, we're sort of having this butterfly. It's about lightening the load and boundaries. So perhaps there's a need to put up some boundaries with those in your environment that you're finding to be siphoning your energy, less supportive. With the Seven of Pentacles and then the Eight of Swords, I'm feeling that there's just, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's an interesting card because it's sort of where we're asked to evaluate. It's where we've been working towards something, and then we're asking that question of it starts to materialize, and we're like, is this like, am I creating something great here, or is this a success or a failure? And it's almost like you're sculpting something and it hasn't taken full form. So you're like, is this good or is this not good? And it's this, so there is this sort of, it almost feels like you're sitting with that energy right now. You're sort of sitting in this place of something half done. And it's, and those questions of what's worth it are coming up. So this feels almost, and it's also almost this sense of stagnancy, that you're looking to transform, to find your way through, to take yourself out of, to rise up from. And then we have this, again, sort of, we're looking at this past energy here. And this is the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So there was this feeling of like, oh my gosh, whatever this disappointment was, it feels like it's been nagging at you for quite some time. And it's so probably, it's coming up again to be healed, to be released, to be resolved. And this feels for most of you, pretty obvious. Like it's the big thing that you've been holding on to. Just like this big towering mountain. That there was a time when you thought, I really don't know how to get over that. See that? I don't know how to get over that. And the Nine of Swords, it can be so much, so overpowering, so consuming, so overstimulating in many ways, that we can find ourselves in a state of paralysis. So it's likely that whatever this is it something that that kind of perhaps took you out at your knees to a degree at some point in time. And this, the Empress crossed by the Mother of Swords, is nurture, nurture, nurture. So it's this nurturing of yourself. And this nurturing of, I just heard, your self-esteem. And this feels, and the 3 here, the 3 is a number, especially in relation to the tarot. It's when a suit or a card is fully expressing itself. So a full expression of an energy, of an element. And so we have this emotional, alive, intuitive Empress card. So this feminine energy is really finding its full expression and wants to find its full expression. This divine feminine wants to come in and as a way, that nurturing as a way to heal and as a way to grow. Fertility is coming up very strongly with this, fertility. And perhaps with the Mother of Swords crossing, there is that, in relation to fertility, there's that question of being, of is this fertile, is this not? So is this, is the time ripe? I just heard, is the timing ripe? There is this ripening, this question of ripening, and when is the ripeness? When is it ready? When am I ready? When is the right time? But I do feel that the time is, it is that those actions, so although those questions might be taking place, you are being called to action right now. There is this transition that that you are being encouraged to make from sort of a more stationary state, or a state of again, that sort of more defensive, sort of more just kind of keeping things in order, doing the right things, going according to, but this is more like feeling stable, secure, safe, being more defensive, on the defensive. And this feels so much more like on the offensive. So there is this action, and through that action, expansion with these beautiful flowers. And moving here into October, I just heard quick change. And it reminded me of kickball change. So there is this sort of quick, dancing kind of, it's quick decision. And it feels like there is this, there's this turnover that happens really quickly. There is this move, this move forward that, like this lightning cracking the ground, sort of cracks the whip and gets things going. So there's this cracking of the whip. And this even sort of looks like a whip. So it's this feeling that around, I want to say creative projects, investments, and also career, there is this quick change and this snapping of the whip. So it's almost like in an instant, the pacing of something just changes. big time, and everything sort of picks up in a whole new way. And it really is around seizing some opportunity. And to a degree, taking something into your own hands from that point. So this looks, what I'm looking at here is this, it's really strong. You definitely have some of that transformational energy here. But it also, and there's another sign that has this as well. It's that transition energy. So there is this transition, but for you in particular, it feels as though it's kind of a leap. You've been on this natural progression, and then now this feels like it's almost skipping a few steps. So there's this leap up. It's a bit of a jump, and then now you're sort of climbing up this other ladder. But it's this other steady climb. But there is this sort of hop over or something of that to a new kind of focus, a new sort of direction forward. So it does feel a bit like a change of direction, but it feels expansive, and it could even not be as drastic as a change of direction. I think the key here really is what's taking place is a change of focus. And where you're putting your focus, there's just a lot of power behind it right now. So especially because you're bringing in those action steps. And there's this support. So I feel like those synchronicities, which synchronicities are so alive right now for all of us. But there is sort of this seizing of the opportunity, and then a lot of support in that change of pace, and where you're heading. So it looks really good, really strong. I hope that this was helpful. Because these are so general, take what resonates with you from this, and then leave the rest. Go check out your rising or your moon sign as well, because from that you can piece together a more holistic, specific reading for just you. I hope that this was helpful. I love you so much. Please comment. I love your comments so much. Subscribe. I'm so grateful. I love you. Have a beautiful few weeks, and I will see you for the October readings. So much love to you.